Hollywood has a long-standing tradition of embracing opulence, and numerous iconic films owe their grandeur to staggering budgets. When adjusting for inflation, timeless epics such as Ben-Hur and Cleopatra rival contemporary blockbusters in terms of cost. A film's financial investment and its subsequent box office success possess the power to reshape industry practices and spark novel trends. Ben-Hur heralded an era of epic storytelling with elaborate sets, while Cleopatra's failure marked the conclusion of a prosperous period for movie stars, ushering in the new Hollywood era. In recent years, determining a film's success has become more intricate. Factors like payments to theater owners, marketing expenditures, and performance across various platforms contribute to the evaluation. Budgets often surpass their initial estimates due to reshoots, editing adjustments, and flexible release timelines. Nonetheless, the last year witnessed notable success stories with films like Barbie and the Super Mario Bros. Movie receiving critical acclaim and surpassing $1 billion in global earnings. Now, let's delve into the top 10 most expensive movies ever made. So, my name is Tanim, and you are watching another video of Movie Mind 17. Number 10. Justice League, 2017, budget $300 million. The production of Justice League is marked by a captivating narrative that surpasses the intrigue of the film itself. With a staggering budget, the movie faced challenges, undergoing extensive reshoots after Zack Snyder's departure, and grappling with the aftermath of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Despite efforts, it fell short of the critical and financial success seen by counterparts like The Avengers. But one thing I don't understand is even a $300 million budget couldn't salvage the digital erasure of Henry Cavill's mustache convincingly. Number 9. Avengers: Infinity War, budget $324.1 million. In a remarkable feat, Avengers: Infinity War achieved the seemingly impossible by weaving a coherent narrative that seamlessly integrated a decade of storytelling and a multitude of heroes. The substantial investment in uniting these iconic characters proved highly lucrative, catapulting Infinity War to become the first Marvel film to surpass the $2 billion box office milestone. The film's unforgettable conclusion, featuring the hero's initial defeat against the formidable Thanos, left audiences in suspense and heightened anticipation for the eagerly awaited next installment. Number 8. Fast X, budget $325 million. Despite exceeding the $700 million global box office threshold, questions arise about its actual profitability. The gripping conclusion hinted at the enduring longevity of the Fast and the Furious franchise, with Dominic Toretto seeking vengeance against the new antagonist, Dante Reyes, in future installments. However, the diminishing returns of the Fast franchise suggest it might be grappling with the challenge of overstaying its cinematic welcome. Number 7. Avatar: The Way of Water, budget $350 million. Despite early critiques that James Cameron's Avatar lacked a lasting cultural impact, the sequel proved audiences were still eager for an immersive journey into Pandora. With its hefty budget, the film showcased breathtaking underwater photography and epic action sequences, surpassing the visual feats of its predecessor. Avatar: The Way of Water not only achieved critical acclaim, but also earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Picture, solidifying its success both artistically and commercially. Number 6. Avengers: Endgame, budget $356 million. The concluding chapter of the Infinity Saga Avengers: Endgame brought together a myriad of heroes in a 3-hour-long epic movie, boasting time travel, cameos, and one of the most monumental battle scenes in cinema history. The film earned critical acclaim and evoked powerful emotional responses from viewers who had followed these heroes for over a decade. Avengers: Endgame briefly claimed the title of the highest-grossing film of all time, later surpassed by Avatar upon its re-release. Despite subsequent Phase 4 and 5 criticisms of Marvel Studios, the unique success of Avengers: Endgame remains a standout achievement. Number 5. Avengers: Age of Ultron, budget $365 million. Surprisingly, Avengers: Age of Ultron held the title of the most expensive film within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with a budget of $365 million. Despite generally favorable reviews and securing a place among the highest-grossing films of all time, Age of Ultron fell short of surpassing its predecessor in both earnings and fan enthusiasm. While James Spader's portrayal of Ultron may not be hailed as one of the MCU's best villains, the film introduced the beloved character Wanda Maximoff, adding a significant dimension to the Marvel Universe. Number 4. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, budget $410 million. The fourth installment of Pirates of the Caribbean franchise set sail with a budget of $410 million, seizing on the triumph of the original trilogy. This chapter continued the swashbuckling adventures led by Johnny Depp's iconic Captain Jack Sparrow. Despite criticism for being an overindulgent narrative mess, On Stranger Tides proved a financial success, crossing the $1 billion box office threshold. Regrettably, the franchise's goodwill waned with the subsequent installment. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, marked the series' underwhelming conclusion. Number 3. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, budget $416 million. The production of the final installment in the Star Wars sequel trilogy faced early setbacks, including the tragic loss of Carrie Fisher and the last-minute replacement of Colin Trevorrow with J.J. Abrams. Despite crossing the $1 billion mark at the box office, The Rise of Skywalker was widely considered a major misstep, overshadowing the inventiveness of its predecessor, The Last Jedi. Notably, it stands as the last theatrical Star Wars film to grace theaters, and its lukewarm reception may have influenced Disney's shift towards emphasizing Star Wars streaming shows over theatrical releases. Number 2. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, budget $516 million. While often considered the weakest link in the Jurassic Park franchise, this second installment of the rebooted trilogy, directed by J.A. Bayona, diverged into a darker narrative, extending the dinosaur saga beyond the confines of the park. Embracing horror and suspense, the film amplified the roles of new characters introduced in 2015's Jurassic World: Owen, played by Chris Pratt, and Claire, played by Bryce Dallas Howard. Despite mixed reviews, Fallen Kingdom successfully reignited interest in the series, paving the way for its sequel, Jurassic World Dominion, to also surpass the $1 billion box office mark. Number 1. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, budget $533 million. After Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm, it marked the first Star Wars film under Walt Disney Studios, swiftly proving its success. The film's marketing strategically leveraged nostalgia for the original trilogy, notably highlighting the return of Han Solo, played by Harrison Ford, and Princess Leia, played by Carrie Fisher. Despite recent critical backlash against the Star Wars franchise due to Disney Plus content, The Force Awakens briefly reclaimed the spotlight, affirming that the galaxy far, far away was still worthy of celebration. That concludes our epic journey through the dazzling world of blockbuster budgets and cinematic wonders. Which movie's financial feat left you most astonished? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.